Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with American Meck. It is May 12th, 2023. Meck, hello.
What up to you, my broski? How we all doing tonight? We all vibing here. Very good night. You know how we all do. What's up, bro?
Let's go with
Tell me
this.
about life.
All about life. There's nothing to do in life. Dude, I don't know. This is a bad start. Such a bad start. Let's go, though. Life. What about life? Shit. That's the hardest question that you ever just gave me to start off a podcast. I'm going to keep going with this. Life is like crazy because lately what I've been getting into is this thing called Mid Journey, which is like a like image maker. So you type in what you want it to make, and it's an AI machine, and it makes the image for you. So I'll type in something like, "Draw me a picture of," or "Make me a picture of the Statue of Liberty riding a bicycle," and it'll come out with like a picture of the Statue of Liberty riding a bicycle, and I think it's the coolest thing. So that's what life is all about
Okay.
for me at the moment. I think is just doing that and having fun with it, making images. Uh, it's kind of cool because it gives you rights to use the images. So I'm using those images to put them onto like different products and stuff for my Visitor 751 business. And that's what I'm up to. What's good with life for you, Mac?
Right now, I'm pretty chilling right now. Kind of just got laid off of work, but you know what? Right now, at this point, getting my dirt bike riding up. I'm gonna be riding that a lot. I'm gonna be trying to get back into dirt bike racing. I'm gonna just get it started up, see if I can make money dirt bike racing, and my cousin's starting up a new business, and honestly, if I get really good enough, I might try to become a stunt double at this point in my life. Honestly, at this point in my life, I feels like what I'm good at, because like I've been through jobs, and frankly, at this point, I just got to own my own business like what you do, but doing stunts, stupid stunts,
Yeah, we
and
were
that's one
talking.
thing I'm good at is dirt biking.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit on the phone before we did this podcast about Mac and his dirt biking. He's got a Yamaha. What is it? Yamaha what?
Yamaha TCR 230.
Uh,
But I might sell to get something a little faster, fix it up, make it brand new. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. I gotta figure out like how good I am with it first and try to get back on it. And yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I told you I've ridden a motor. I had a motorcycle. I had a Yamaha 250, or no, not a Yamaha. I had a Ninja 250, uh, and it's like no, it's like it's supposed to be like a racer, skinnier, racier bike, but it was fun. Got it up to like 100 miles an hour. Eventually, I got hit by a car, and that thing got destroyed. And that was kind of the end of my riding career up to now. But I still love riding, and I'd like to get back on a bike at some point. And dirt biking is interesting because you can go off road with it and stuff. And I don't know.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember my most badass injury on my dirt bike when I was like 15, I think it was, or 16. On my one little dirt bike going with my best friend Tyler, and we were going against like mobiles or whatnot, going against like what was it? It was like concrete, but with like the black tar and whatnot. I came home on July 4th one day with this black tar all across my knee, just like, and my mom had to pluck everything out.
Yeah, I mean, what's up with you and dirt biking? Can you go over jumps? Have you gone over like ramps or like
Oh,
off?
I done a few crazy jumps. Yeah, it was my backyard. We used to have like a tabletop that I used to jump off of, and I tried doing a backflip once and it go well, man, because like the
Oh,
angle. But
a backflip?
nah, if I
Oh
get
my
on a
god!
real track, I can probably do crazy shit. I gotta ride every day. I gotta practice again. My dad even called me a better dirt bike rider when it came to my brother, and we both like push each other to the max, and So for this day, my dad calls me a better dirt bike rider.
I mean, I'll go into like Philadelphia, and that being the city that it's like that's where I'm at is like Philly area. So I'll be going into Philly, and people will be riding together on dirt bikes, and they'll just be riding on like one wheel up in the air, like in big groups. You ever ride? You ride on like one wheel? You able to do that kind of thing?
I've done it on a bicycles, going on one wheel, just wheeling it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even do that on a bicycle, so that's impressive to me if you can do that. uh,
I was good at that on bicycle.
nice.
But yeah, besides our lights going on, you feel like showing up our art?
Yeah, let's show them what we got. We did some art right before this podcast. We were talking about it before on our last podcast. Coming up with my challenge to Mech was to do a hot sauce bottle with crazy eyes, a character of some kind, and his challenge to me was to do an alien with horns. Let's show them both of this. Let's show them what we got here. So put yours up, man. We'll put them up at the same time. We got this is my alien with horns
Nah,
here.
here's
Man.
mine. I drew like an alien plus Mothman, and literally that's what I decided to draw with like a little bit of feet, and yeah, like I got the eyes perfectly. I thought bring it up a little closer so you can see it. But yeah, the eyes, and I literally drew like the Penance with a Made Up podcast on the bottle.
Nice.
Plus, you got the little feet. And
Pedal to the
oh,
metal.
and here's my first drawing
yeah.
to the podcast.
That's his butt.
This is like my first dragon.
Dope.
And what's special about it is like the two eyes.
That's
I
our
made
logo.
that my own special one. That was our. This is our logo right now.
Yeah,
and the best part about it is instead of fire, I drew ice instead of fire. That's what I decided to do for our podcast video.
Nice.
But
that's great. That's exciting that you're using that book. So I made that book for Mech using a print on demand service. I was able to put his drawing of our logo onto the book, and I was able to get that to him, and now he's doing fantastic art in it. Yo, man, put that back up though. Put that art back up for a second. I want to talk about it here. The art that you drew. That's the hot sauce bottle art. Yeah, that one. I want to take a look at that. So it looks like it's got some like wings on it. It's supposed to be a Mothman hot sauce bottle.
Yeah, it is. So left wing I kind of fucked up a little bit, but the right wing it's sort of just like perfect on how it's kind of drawn.
I dig it.
And you can even see like the eyes plus the Pedal to the Metal podcast. Like I gotta redraw the left one, but yeah, it's
like something on its head, like a what is that thing?
On top of the head, that's like the screw thing, where you like take it off and like you just squirt it out just over your food. That's what it's supposed to be.
Maybe like pull the wings up and it's like it squirts out or something. Is that
that'd be cooler.
Like that, yeah. So I'll show you my drawing here. It's got the alien, and these are the two horns here, and the eyes, and the crazy mouth, and the body. Any thoughts?
I just saw the whole thing. It kind of reminds me of like an evil teddy bear coming to life.
I remember last time in the last podcast you called me out. You said your art's never going to be as good as mine. What do you think? This might be better than yours. I don't know. I think this is all. I mean, yours was. I agree. Yours was just fantastic compared to this. This is like complete crap compared to what you drew there. Like, look at that. Look at the eyes I did. You did way better with your eyes.
The eyes, I can't complain about that. Like, you did pretty good.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this is what you challenged me to draw. And this is what came out. And what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do going forward in this podcast now? Uh,
You know what? One thing that alright, talking like all side about like everything else. How do you feel about the new abortion laws being like apparently now the woman or guy doesn't have like a decision, you have to have the baby born. It's sort of like one of the cooks were telling me now. Like apparently you have no decision, like you have to keep it.
yeah, in Florida at least, there's some states that are more lenient. I don't know how I forget what the exact laws are in Pennsylvania here, but I feel like abortion is definitely a tough subject to like talk about as men, especially. But it's like also important. So I would say like my thoughts on it are that it's been abused by the system, and there's been so many babies that were on their way. They were going to be healthy. They were going to be born, and they were cut off. They were killed after they already had like a beating heart, and like they were ready to like be born. They were ready. They're alive. They had a soul, and it's really upsetting to have seen like so many babies killed in the past. Yeah, at the same time, I understand the perspective of like getting having a woman who was like possibly raped or something bad happened where she something along those lines. It's like it's one of those tough subjects, and I do kind of feel like if the baby has a beating heart that it should be born. So I'm cool with that part of it. Thoughts for you?
The thoughts for me right now, it kind of goes like this for me. Like I kind of approve of the abortion, but at the same time, I feel like it should be like the mother's choice, like the girl's choice or whatever before it gets born because it's her life. And literally, how do you know if the father can support it or that both of them can support it? So it's kind of like, in my opinion, it all comes down to the girl. If she can support it or not, it should be her decision if she wants it born or not.
Well, I think
And
there's different for me. It's like there's different stages. If the baby's already been, the baby's in this like born basically to the
oh,
point where it's like living inside of the stomach. I believe that it should be
living
born.
inside,
Whereas there's a certain point if it, if you it's like there's a certain point where the baby's actually alive, and I believe once it's alive at that point that it should be born, and that most women I think women should just be more careful about with if they're gonna be with a guy they should really spend time to know that before they start doing things with a guy so that they make the decision before that even comes to a situation that's bad in general. So there's a lot of women who are doing it. They're going out and being reckless, and then they're aborting their babies one after another, or just like
it
aborting. It's just I think that's completely wrong to do something like that. Is what I'm saying.
just
Yeah.
just like what I kind of told like a few of my coworkers, um, like you don't know, like say like you're young and you do stupid shit like accidents happen. It's like you have an early born or something stupid like that, and like even when you're like old, like that still shit can still happen to you. Like say your car breaks or whatever. It's like oh shit, I didn't mean to have that baby. It's like there's accidents everywhere. Like I'm sure people probably thought about it, being like, oh, I didn't mean to have this baby at this point in my life. Like oh shit.
Yeah, it's
But like people still don't want to have like abortion, and I still kind of like it depends on like how early the stage is. Like if it's like getting like fully born, that's when I'll say like no, you shouldn't have that abortion.
yeah, it's
But like if it's like beforehand and you know it, like and that's when I'll be like, yeah, then you should totally have it
I'm not a doctor.
abortions like
Yeah,
before it gets like fully What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Fully, I don't know, equipped. It's the best way I can kind of put it. The baby gets fully equipped with all the blah 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 blah.
Yeah, oh man, this is
Or
a
anything happens.
yeah. It's definitely like I think that's a subject that well, I think what's happened with that and why we had to why the laws we have to like look at those laws and actually take them seriously is because especially in lower income communities, people were basically just like getting like they would go to these places like Planned Parenthood, for example, and Planned Parenthood would tell them, like they would kind of like push women to get the abortion when the reality is it's like that's not a good thing. The baby's already basically alive at this point, and like it's
Ah,
I think it's
that's
just I
what I
think it's
was
just
looking for instead of equipped.
I think they're just abusing. They were abusing. They were killing more babies than they needed to over these years, and that the law that was placed in Florida that you're talking about, I think, I think that that's a good thing, and that there are certain scenarios that are really bad for women to have to go through, and it's upsetting. It's a super dark subject. The whole subject is super dark in general, and any anything else you want to say? I mean, I feel like I pretty much said what I can at this on my thoughts on it.
I said what I had to say too
Yeah.
about the abortion rights, but here's one other thing. I don't know how it is in PA, but apparently here in Florida, we apparently have a lot of gun shootings going on in schools or whatnot. And did you know that apparently, I know in PA, so you have to have a carrying license to own a gun, but apparently they passed a law here in Florida. You don't need to have a carrying license. And honestly, if I would have known about that
Well,
vote, I would say no. Like that's bullshit because it's like, how do you know like what kind of killers are out there? How do you know like blah 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 and like how do you know?
it's like it's in our constitution that we're supposed to be able to own guns and we're supposed to be able to carry them around honestly. And there's still background checks, so it's not like anybody can just go and buy a gun in Florida. I'm pretty sure they still. I don't know for sure. I mean, I don't know how the laws work there, but I'm not like super knowledgeable about it. But I'm pretty sure you still have to get a background check and be checked before you know, they'll make sure that you don't have any record or like felonies on your record where that would disqualify you from owning a gun in Florida. I would assume. I'd have to look into it, but I think that's probably nobody can just like buy a gun without having a background check still, uh,
That I agree with you with.
which I support. I think people should have a background check before they buy a gun. So
I totally agree with you there. And I hope that's how it is. To be honest with you, I haven't looked that up myself, but people were talking about it at work, and it just be like, you seriously don't need a carrier license anymore. Like you don't need that shit. It's like, oh, fuck. Like I'll be
well,
honest, I haven't looked it up myself,
actually, we
but the
never
background checks.
we never needed a carrying license in the United States. It was actually the other way around. The law was made. It wasn't that there was a law made to make it legal to carry. It's that there was a law made that made it illegal to carry, and now that law is being like taken away in Florida, and it's going back to the original how our country originally was, which is what was built on the Constitution, the Second Amendment right, which is the right to carry and bear arms. So that's you're basically living in America.
Amen to America.
Yeah.
God bless the United States. God bless our city. God bless me and you.
God bless, brother. Yes.
I still believe in God. But here's the funny thing. All right, here's one thing I want to talk to you about. You know, like, uh, what was it called? Buddhism, I think it's called, or it's like reincarnation. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
All right, here's one thing that I kind of would like to relive is being like, saying like, you know what I mean? For saying like, I like to reincarnate myself in your body for, say, one day just to experience my life. Like, just for like one day or say half a day or whatever, being like, oh, fuck me. With all the fuck up knees I got and all the
Oh
bullshit I
yeah.
deal with.
Uh,
Like, literally, like, I want to see like what you deal with or whatever for one and a half day, being like,
hmm.
that's the kind of way like I like to look at Buddhism. I think is what it's called,
Hmm.
or reincarnation, whatever
Yeah.
you call it, or
Yeah.
some kind of religious thing about it.
Yeah. I've like I've talked about that with multiple people. Like reincarnation, it's interesting, and you know, come back just like a circle going in, you come out. You know, you could be a tree when you come back. You could be a animal. You could be a human, another human. Who knows? It's like the thoughts of it are interesting. I believe in I'm kind of like raised Christian, and I believe in Christianity. So I would say that I believe we go to heaven after we die, or if you're bad, you're going to hell. But I'm pretty sure me and you we're good people, so we're probably going up above, say what's good to God and all that. So
I'd like to say I'm going to heaven myself. I did a few bad things in my life, but I feel like I hope that God get forgive me about that.
uh,
For instance, one thing that I still kind of want to do for my brother's not talking to me or my parents for some stupid reason. I'm trying not to be like my brother in a way, and still trying to keep talking to them. Still trying to be like, I'll take care of you when I'm old. I'll still blah blah blah, not be like my brother, just kind of off the planet. But
hmm,
some of the things my brother kind of, he's just a, I hate saying it, and if my brother's hearing this right now, he's kind of like a spoiled little brat with like all the money that he's kind of got, thinking he's all that, thinking mom and dad don't care, whatnot, just because like of all his money and I don't know, just that's bullshit. Like even if I had all that money, I would still be trying to take care of my parents, being like, yeah, I got you, being like blah blah blah. It's like
all right.
I just never want to turn into my brother, you know?
You never will, man. You never will, because you're American Mech, and I'm pretty sure that's impossible to do. Yeah, so
I appreciate that.
it's pretty impossible to do. So I'm pretty sure you're good at being American Mech, and yeah,
Just like the American book.
yep. Next book, bang bang. Can we talk about something like something positive here? Like what's something positive we can like end this up here with?
Ooh,
I don't want to talk about abortion really. I don't want to talk about all
neither
that here.
why. How about my dirt bike
I can't
thing?
believe we had that conversation even, but it's ridiculous what we're going into here.
You know what? To be fair, it is what it is. I had a conversation about old work before, and like he was like, "The men should be talking about this right now." And I was like, "All right, let's talk about it." So we had like a whole big conversation about it. I was like, "Okay, let's talk about it then."
Yeah.
And like they weren't even like hearing my voice, and I was like saying on my face, like,
I
"It's
bet
what I think." Like I told him my thing. It was kind of funny.
our YouTube channel is gonna get banned for even talking about this stuff.
I
uh,
doubt it.
yeah, probably not because we have such a small audience. Fortunately, we can still kind of get away with talking about the crazy stuff that other people would get banned for talking about. Yeah. Um, I noticed you got.
Let's say what's your life, huh?
Well, I was talking about the Mid Journey stuff. That's what we kind of started off on. Have you ever used Mid Journey at
Mid
all, or any like AI stuff before? Chat GBT.
Mid Journey,
What?
Cat BGT. What's that?
It's a program where you can um, it's like an AI, and you it's like a writing program. You can write into it whatever you want to learn. Like if you like you ask a question, you can ask a question like about the gun rights. We were talking about gun rights, so you could ask like, do you need to get a background check in Florida for to own a gun? And it would just like come up with all the answer right away to that question. Or if you wanted to get help with learning how to do something, it could help you with pretty much everything. It's like Google. It's the same thing as Google, but it's faster. Is basically the best way for me to explain it, and getting you an answer faster. Uh, yeah, it's that's the best way to explain it. It's tough to explain until you use it. I recommend you go ahead after this podcast and use Chat GPT and figure it out for yourself. See what it's up to. But shit, we got the drawings we're doing. We got the podcast going. We got episode. We're like near like episode 20 or so. I don't know. We've done like 20 episodes together so far, and
Yeah, but now it's like two. And did you like reload them
no,
or?
I just said screw it. I just put it on the same channel because we already had like the name pedal to the metal or whatever. I already have the channel for it, so I just kept it on there. Uh, I mean, didn't
One on an old podcast site.
Yeah, it's our podcast. Well, for the YouTube at least, it's on there. Got to do the podcast website, pedaltothemetal.io, coming soon. We're gonna be
Can
putting.
I get that? I want to listen to our old shit we had.
Yep. So, any other
Makes you
thought?
wonder what I kind of said.
Do you wanna keep going with this podcast here that we're doing? What are we at? We got. I can stay for another like whatever. You just end it. Keep going. I'm just hanging out at the moment.
Let's keep going. I could go for a few minutes. What kind of video games have you been playing?
Video games have I been playing? I like pinball, like the actual pinball arcade games. Um, that's it. And like Zero AD, which is like a strategy game. It's like it's kind of like Age of Empires. Play a bit of that. Those two games. That's about it.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, right now I've been playing this like Rocket League, which I'm kind of getting tired and bored of. But yeah, I need to find some new games. I need to buy a new hard drive. I just bought a brand new game, and I can't even play without a fucking hard drive. And I gotta find a way to fucking make money now because I lost my job. Unless I hear back from them tomorrow saying, "Yeah, you're a line cook. Come back in on this day." But unless they say that shit,
Well,
I don't know. I'm fucked,
what do you mean you
and
gotta
I
get?
gotta find a new job.
What do you mean you gotta get a hard drive for the game?
Oh, I don't have enough memory space.
How much memory space does it need? You got didn't you just get like a new laptop recently or something?
Oh my god. Yes, I got a brand new laptop. I got like 500 mega
Gigabytes?
G. Yeah, gigabytes. I think 500.
That's a lot of space.
That's not a lot at all. Like it's little,
Huh.
and I can only install like two things. Like right now, I got GTA and I got uh, Rocket League, and I think I got Cold War Star installed. I'm not sure if I do or not. But yeah, there's one new game actually that I bought. I want to look it up right now. Oh yeah. I think it's Apex Legend.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I think it's Apex Legend I got.
Yeah, that's a popular one. What are you doing that game again? I forget how that goes.
Uh, well, I got a lot of games on Steam. Apex Legend, all you literally do is it. Apparently, if I remember right, it's kind of like what's that game called? Um. Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember. Um. It's like a third-party shooter game, basically.
Hmm.
It's like it's like Battlefield, but like online kind of way. The graphics are way cooler. Or no, oh, that's right, Fortnite. It's like Fortnite in a way, but it's
Oh
like
yeah,
100% better because like the graphics and everything else. But
yeah. I played like
yeah,
Fortnite. I played Fortnite like one time in my life, but uh, I got kind of bored of it because I didn't. I don't. I think it's because I didn't understand it, and that's what it was. Is I didn't know what I was doing in the game. But um, yeah. So let's end this podcast off because we got nothing else to say here. What the fuck are we doing, man? We gotta end this up.
I guess I guess I'll close it out because you're the opener and I'm the closer,
Yeah, let's
right?
go.
All right, girls and boys. You know how me and Chadwick do it. We like to draw shit. We like to do it all. We like to talk about everything about what's happening on in the world. Uh, Let us know in the comments on what he likes to suppose to draw and like funny shit like that and whatnot. What do you want us to talk about? Like, give us something to talk about in like real life and like what's going on in the world and uh yeah, me and Chadwick will talk about it, talk about anything he wants. And boys and girls, ladies and gents, y'all have a good night. We all appreciate you.
Have a great night, everybody. Peace out.